Yeah, I got to change it. Not a good look, is it? All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to Military History Chronicles. Kind of a last-minute show. I wasn't really planning on doing a show today, but it seemed like a lot of people wanted me to do a show, so it's like, why not? Go ahead, and I got nothing going on tonight, so yeah, let's go ahead and do a show. Nothing's happened yet in the Middle East yet. That's what I was waiting for. I'm thinking maybe. I'm guessing Friday. That's good. Stab in the dark, if you will. Yeah, what's up, Dan? Oh my God. Might as well just go with it, right? Just go with it. Oh, but hey, I got nothing really, no topic today. So I put in the description that it's got Open Chat Wednesday. What's up, Ron? Yeah, Open Chat Wednesday. So you guys go ahead and you gotta kind of lead the direction of what we're gonna talk about. I sent the link to Will, so I'm just waiting for Will to show up. I'm sure he'll show up shortly. But yeah, so you guys put in the chat what do you guys want to talk about. We had a good discussion on the last episode, really good. You know, we were talking about what we think what the response is going to be. We still don't know what the response is going to be. Looks like it looks like from what I've read, it's going to be a multi-tiered operation. It's going to consist of weeks worth of attacks. Not sure what that's going to consist of. I gotta go ahead and open up my Twitter of what I got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got in here. The heck is this? Don't need that. All right, where are we going? Don't want that. Get to the likes here because that's the best way I could get to what I want to talk about. Farmers protesting in France and Germany. Yeah, that's a big thing going on, D-Shot. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, a lot of protests going on in Europe, specifically with the farmers, not liking what the individual governments, France, Germany, those seems to be the, I think the Netherlands, I also had some issues. What's up, Matt? But that going on. Oh, where the heck was that? There was something I wanted to. It was something yesterday. Where was it? We got Point du Hoc. Where was it? Ah, this one right here. This is interesting. Kind of perked my ears a little bit. This was yesterday. Boom. Iran's representative to the United Nations, Saeed Iravani, has stated today that any attack by the United States or other foreign power against Iranian nationals, interests, or territories will be met with a decisive and strong response. So that's Iran kind of putting it out there of what their response will be, depending what's going to happen. What happened to Friday? Yeah, exactly, Robert. That was the plan. That was the plan to go on Friday because I think that's when everything's going to start kicking off. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, we did do a vote. Yeah, 22 people voted. Yeah, I think we're probably right around what how many people wanted it because I think there was what? How many? 25 votes and I think it was 25 votes, 87%. So yeah, I think we're sitting right around that number. So appreciate the support, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, you got Iran out there basically saying, hey, if anything happens to our interests, whatever that may be, I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. What is, the one, okay, I get Iranian nationals, I get Iranian territory, but what are the interests? That's going to be the bugaboo, I think, on what their response will be. I don't know. Hell, I don't even know what we're gonna do. I know we are continually attacking the Houthis. They launched more missiles. Matter of fact, I guess one of their missiles came awfully close to a U.S. naval ship, one of the destroyers out there. Matter of fact, they had to use the Sea Whiz. Yeah. If a ship is using Sea Whiz, we got an issue. I'll when Will gets in here, I'll give me a chance to show you what the Sea Whiz is. But it means it's got close. Supposedly, it got within a mile of the ship. You know, that's you're getting a little bit nervous at that point in time. What exactly would that missile done to a warship? I don't know. It all depends on where it would have hit on the warship if it did get through. So yeah, let's see what else we've got in here. I think, a matter of fact, I got that tweet from earlier as well. Or was it press relief? Let's nope, nothing big there. Yeah, no, nothing there. No, nothing there. All right. Anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on. Still waiting for the response from the U.S. What's going to happen? Maybe they're waiting for certain assets to get in place before they launch. For me, I think it has to do with the moon. I could be wrong. Usually that's what it is. Usually you don't want a moon in the sky when you're doing night attacks, because you still could see, someone could get lucky with a shot, an air asset against the sky. So usually they like to have a nice dark night. Then it makes visibility that much harder for the people on the ground. The only issue I have right now is you're kind of giving you're telegraphing your shot to an extent, because I read that a lot of the forces who participated in the attack, the continued attacks against the United States and Iraq and Jordan and Syria, they're getting scared. They're running for the hills. Makes sense, right? They know what's coming. But whatever. I'll get into that with Will when he gets on here. I don't know. It makes me wonder. Hopefully, we still invoke that fear, because what we've been doing in Yemen doesn't seem like it's doing much, because the Houthis are still shooting missiles, even though, it seems like we're attacking them every night after they launch a missile, and they always seem to be able to fire another one. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the real fear factor is in these terrorist groups that are in Syria and Iraq. I do know they promised, we're done. We're no longer attacking American interests. They know that there's going to be a response now, I guess. I don't know, but I think it's kind of funny to see those stories coming out saying that they're acknowledging that we're not going to attack no more. Take it for what it's worth, right? You can't trust these people. They're still going to do whatever it is that they want to do. Let's see what we got here. I'm just taking a gander. Huh. Oh, what the heck happened here? Didn't want to do that. Take a look at the chat. All right, guys. What do you guys want to talk about? Come on. You're going to help me out here. Like I said, I wasn't prepared to go on to do a show today, so I'm kind of at the whim of what you guys want to do here. Hey, there's Will. Bring Will in. Maybe he'll help out. What's up, Will?
Yo, it's cracking.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a show, but everyone in NorCal seemed, well, I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of people in NorCal was like, hey, do a show. So
right on.
Kind of flying by the seat of my pants tonight.
Yeah. How's the weather over there, man?
Rainy and windy.
Oh, yeah. It's got
it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. So that's another thing. If all of a sudden you don't see me no more, and power went out. So
likewise.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it's supposed to get really windy and a lot of rain these next couple of days. So we'll see. All of those, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are in Northern California. I'm sure you're getting hit with the same stuff. Bad weather coming through California. Pineapple Expresses lined up behind each other. So, But yeah, I was just kind of getting into just what's going on in the Middle East.
Our,
Still no attacks. Oh,
yeah. How you like our response so far, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, this is what I'm still saying. I think they're waiting for that full moon to go away.
Probably.
I said that yesterday. They don't like to have that silhouette in there. You know, when you got AirSA, people can get lucky. It's actually if you got a moon out and you got an airplane flying over, you could see the airplane. It's pretty.
Right.
I'm not saying it's easy, but you could see it, and someone could get a lucky shot off.
Yeah.
So you want to have a nice dark, and it makes it that much more difficult for the bad guys to do anything. But I read that what the UN or the Iranian representative to the UN said. Saying if Iranian interests, personnel, or their territory is hit, they will be met with decisive and strong action.
Oh, okay.
You kind of knew that was coming, but
right.
But I was getting into, hey, the ship had to use the Sea-Whiz today.
Right, which is a 20 millimeter autocannon.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Matter of fact,
interesting.
That I think I sent you guys that message. Like pucker factor probably went up on that one. That's getting close if Sea-Whiz is having to do that.
If they got through to that, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, what's up, Matt?
All right, let's see what we got here. The Phalanx weapon, pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, the Phalanx, Sea-Whiz, Phalanx.
The Phalanx. Nothing. It's not the Phalanx as it is like back in the good old Roman days, but yeah. All right, here we go. Let's share this. You guys might dig what the Sea-Whiz is all about. If I'm not mistaken, damn near every ship has this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a destroyer. See, you got right over here. You got the big 5-inch gun here, and this is the Sea-Whiz. Inside that drum is a bunch of 20 millimeter rounds. As you can see, it's firing there. This is the optical sensors. I'm sure this is probably some kind of laser designator, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no, actually, this one might be. It's a whole bunch of stuff. The last line of defense. That's why it's a little bit scary. When a Sea-Whiz has to interdict, that means it's let's see. Do they got a video of it? Let's see. Come on, get a video. That's not as good. No, come on. There's another. I want to see a video. Well, there you go. Radar guided, rapid firing Phalanx weapon system can fire 3 to 4,500 cannon rounds per minute. Mm-hmm. Granted, I don't think it's gonna get that. You would go through your ammunition like quicker than nothing. Come on, man. There's got to be a.
Yeah, the type of ammunition it uses.
And it's made by Raytheon. I want to find it. I want to find a one with a video, but without.
The ammunition it uses explodes after X amount of meters.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh, K-band.
You can look up CRAM in Afghanistan. They'll give you the same what that thing actually does in action. Because that was also used for mortar and RPG defense.
Right, exactly. Ooh, here, let's see if this CNN has a. No, they're not going to have. Come on, man. Come on. I want to see a video. I can't because I already know it's. I could go to YouTube, but that's. I mean, I saw it earlier. It was on. There was a Phalanx in action. See, that's YouTube. I want to have to do that. That ain't it.
Oh, you
damn, come on. What's going on?
You still got a sidekick over there.
Yeah, I know. Stupid. I forgot to change it. How about Sea-Whiz on X? How about that? What the hell is this? Oh, what is this? Hold on.
Hey, you're right on, Benji. Yeah, I've been doing all right. Just trying to power through the week here.
Oh, shit.
I like it.
Oh, shit. Okay, you guys will like this. Holy but geez, man, this is not good for. I think this is in the desert somewhere here. Here we go. We got some good stuff. The so-called line in the sand attacks against us. Yeah, we'll get into this. No, Trump is not the only president who's ever dropped a Moab. Bush dropped a Moab during Afghanistan. See, I don't even know if. All right, here we go. You see that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. You'll hear it, but it doesn't hit. There's the tracers.
Yep, that's it.
And it missed. Did you see that impact?
Yeah.
Whew.
It usually has a little alarm. It goes incoming, incoming, incoming.
I like the sound of that 20 millimeter shooting off, though.
All right, can't get them all.
Can't get them all. Oh, here we go. Here's a better. Here we go. Let me get back here. Pause it. Keep it up here. This is the CIWS on a ship here, also known as the Phalanx. This is not actual. This is target practice. Whew.
Yeah, so the fact
that thing is smoking.
So the fact that thing came within gun range is just, oh man, somebody's gonna lost their damn job over that.
Here we go. What is this? Looks like it's shooting a target drone.
Oh, no! No.
Wait a second. What was that? What the hell? Did you see it?
No!
It lost lock?
No, it didn't lose lock.
No!
Well, that's a friendly target, right?
That was an airliner. It was tracking it.
Yeah, it was locking it.
No!
This I don't know who the hell's narrating it.
Oh man! No! No!
Oh, that would have been terrible, man.
And it was tracking though. 100% tracking. Oh, that's one we just saw.
That's a lot of Japanese right there.
Yeah, it was.
A lot more.
Boy, they like that stuff, don't they?
Guess so, man. I mean, it does look like R2-D2 after all.
Let's see what this one is.
Oh yeah, it's tracking. I've seen that one.
Did you see that? What's a track? What kind of aircraft is that? That's a Harrier.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Wow. Probably flying off a Navy or a Marine. What do you call it? Amphibious landing, because they got their own carriers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that's what the CIWS is. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the Navy ship, the destroyer that was actually used that. They actually had to use the CIWS to blow up one of the incoming missiles. Because normally they have a missile that will intercept it and take it out. But either it missed. I don't know if it missed or whatever, but it got that close. I mean,
that's line of defense, man. That's almost like that's like bringing down a missile with a damn bayonet, really.
Don't get me wrong; it's sending out a bunch of rounds. So there's a lot of lead flying in there. Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Incendiary rounds.
Let's see what we got.
Supposedly, they damaged one of the F-18s that was launched.
No, I don't believe it.
They said it came back to the carrier on fire.
No, you know what it was? Yeah, you know why? It was probably an F-18 egress in Afterburner.
Probably. They never seen it before.
They don't know what an Afterburner. You see the planes they fly, right?
100 years ago, they were worshiping milk cartons made out of aircraft made out of milk cartons. So
yeah, exactly. Trust me, if a plane got hit, we would have already known about it. They would have.
Be all over the place.
What's his name? The captain of the Ike. He's on Twitter big time. You ever seen that?
Yeah, he just
Chowder Hill.
Yeah,
he's putting out stuff daily, but it's nothing like it's not OPSEC or nothing. It's just about the life on the ship.
I just don't know about having a leader that's, I don't know. That's just strange.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird with the cookies and everything.
Yeah. The other guy had a dog or something.
Yeah,
He
he's got a
pictured
dog as well. Yeah, but he's always putting stuff out there. Who is this?
Oh yeah, Benji. I agree, man.
What's Benji saying here? We as human went from bow and arrow, yep, to these behemoths. All right. Anyway, come on, guys. You got to help me out here. You guys wanted a show? I'm here. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going until when bombs started falling, which I think is going to be Friday. Could be on the weekend, but
Probably, more than likely. When is their hell? I can imagine it might be one of during when they're. Don't they have a Sabbath too? might have-
I don't think. I think Ramadan's already done. I think isn't that in November? Something
Yeah,
like that.
you're right. I was thinking it might be a good time to hit them, but we shall see. Right now, it's all a bunch of words for now.
Speaking of what, yes, that's a civilian plane that the Sea Woods was tracking. But back in the 80s, we actually knocked out an Iranian airliner,
Whoops.
the USS Stark.
Yeah,
Do you remember about that?
yeah, I remember that.
They thought it was an enemy plane and they shot down an airliner. Talk about an oops. Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, that didn't
Not
look
good.
good. Yeah. Well, the Russians also knocked down around that same time a Japanese airliner. Or was it the Korean airliner? Which one was it? One of those two.
Oh, the Korean airline. Yeah, they the Russians shot down because they thought it was a what do you call it?
I thought it was
A U.S. spy plane.
Yeah, I thought it was a spy
But it was a South Korean airline. That was in the 80s as well.
Well, okay, so Val's bringing up old Vince, giving the gal the old Alabama.
Oh yeah, we heard about Vince. Yep.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing about that. I'm just going to touch on it just briefly because
The guy's an idiot.
if she didn't have to go through with that. Nobody put a gun to her head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I find it hard to give sympathy to this person. You willingly had that happen to you multiple times. And you went back for more. Anyways.
Yeah, but he should have known better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you tried to silence her with an NDA.
Yeah.
Hey, Benji, let's see here. Yeah, Ukraine-Russia war. Well, right now it's wintertime there, so not too much.
Yeah, usually in the wintertime. What's up, Jim?
So, man.
You know what's funny? I went to the chiropractor, but it was a damn exam. So it was the exam before I start treatment. And so I get to do community care because the next appointment would have been not until March 11th. So now I'm just waiting for a phone call from a chiropractor that's closer here, hopefully in a short amount of time, then I can start getting it done.
That's cool.
But thanks for asking, Jim. Appreciate it. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, there is a bunch of stuff going on in Ukraine. I forgot about that. They sent a swarm of missiles and drones into Crimea.
Oh, they did?
Huge. Yeah, where the hell was that? I'll find it. Huge. Blowing the crap out of Crimea. Let me go find.
Oh, what is this? CENTCOM press release.
Yeah, just talking about.
Oh, whatever. Just more
Where we
bluster.
go? Oh, how about, you know what else happened? Did you, real quick before we get into that, how about is going into the hospital in the West Bank and assassinating some Hamas leaders?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Dressed as doctors and nurses and patients.
They dressed it up as patients, doctors, and nurses. And next thing you know, matter of fact, I think there's something in here. Let me get into that before where the heck is
Yeah,
that?
Jim, I've read all 67 pages of that lawsuit. And I've watched a couple of lawyers go over that thing too, and I have to agree with you there. I think there's obviously some scumbaggy stuff going on there, but a lot of stuff is just like, what? There's just no way that happened.
Where is it? There it is, right here. Oh, not that one. Yeah, this one. Here we go. All right, here we go. Where the heck
Alright.
is it? There. And there. So, a team of with silenced weapons reportedly infiltrated the Ibn Sina specialized hospital within the city of Jenin in the West Bank this morning. This is, I think, a couple of days ago, conducting a targeted assassination against 3 high-ranking members of Hamas, including Muhammad Jamana, the spokesman and commander of Hamas within Jenin, who was receiving discreet medical care at the hospital. Discreet medical care. Well, there you go.
Oh
Check that
man,
out.
that's wild.
Look at that.
Some dude, that's probably his bodyguard. One of the guys sleeping when he's supposed to be on fire watch.
Yeah, maybe that looks like a lot of brain matter sitting right there.
Yeah, it's awfully bright and red too. That's called
Yeah.
arterial.
Kind of gooey. And this guy, this one looks like he maybe took one in the chest here.
Yeah, it's coagulated.
Just by these are the guys who no longer exist.
It's got the Anthony Davis look going on there.
There we go. Yep, pretty cool. Oh yeah, they did that. Impressive.
Oh man,
Very impressive. Supposedly, this unit have a lot of Muslims in their actual in the unit.
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. And they also got some that aren't Muslim, but they just look it. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh, where was I going to go with this? There was something else I was talking about. Oh, Crimea.
Mhm.
Where the hell is it here?
Hey, Benji's asking when did Russia occupy?
What's that? When did who? What? Where? Oh, when did? Oh, they occupied Crimea back in 2014.
Yeah, they pretty much all the Russian-speaking parts of Ukraine they've taken over.
The eastern part of Ukraine and Crimea was taken over in 2014. The little green men, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Where the
Yeah,
heck is it?
that's the
Why
gist
am I
of
not
it there,
seeing it in
Jim.
here? Why am I not seeing it in here? Defender is not having it.
But is it sex trafficking when you keep going back for more, though, Val? I mean, at that point, it's just like,
Gosh dang it, where did I see that? It's not in Defender. But yeah, I know you. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I got to get into this weird. Oh my God. Yeah, do I want to do this one now, or do I want to? Hold, let me get
something
it.
good.
Yeah, you'll recognize it as soon as I put it up. It's a head scratcher. It's a head scratcher.
Yeah, don't forget, Jim, there was also doo-doo involved. Supposedly. Oh my God.
Here we go. Where is this at?
Frickin' degenerates, man.
Oh, why is this?
I haven't
Come
seen
on.
Rudy in here in a while. He's coming in every once in a while.
Who's that?
Ramelia.
Oh, what do we got here? Come on. I'm gonna. That's not it.
Ramelia Life.
There's got to be more. That's what it was. Here we go. Boom, boom. Here we go. This is from the Telegraph.
All right.
Ukraine launches massive Storm Shadow missile attack on Crimea. Jets armed with British rockets, which is the Shadow Storms or Storm Shadows, at targets as Kiev prepares to launch counteroffensive. What?
Interesting.
What?
Feel a little
Interesting. Oh, jeez. Pissing me off. See, oh, man, what is going on? What is it with these?
I'm gonna post a link for some of the people are talking about the Vince McMahon stuff. I'll post a link to it real quick so they can look at it later.
I'm trying to see. Yeah. I'm just reading this article real quick.
Got you. All right, guys, I'll post a link. So here's a pretty good line. It's okay. When you click this link, get ready for vulgarity because they don't filter out anything this guy is saying or text messages or nothing. It gets wild. And
it's not getting into what I want. And there goes the stupid. I'm not even getting into that. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
Ukraine launched a bunch of missiles into Crimea. I think they attacked radar sites, surface area missile sites, and also an airfield. So they're ramping up their attacks in Crimea. Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting time to pick too.
The counteroffensive that's kind of taking me aback a little bit.
Right.
Usually you don't have a counterattack or a counteroffensive at that time. Usually it's spring and summer. But hey, maybe they're changing up the script a little bit. Good for them. Why not? If you feel like this is the time to do it, then go for it. Right. I'm all for it. Right. You shouldn't have to follow a certain way. If you feel like you could get the mission done, go for it. Because they're getting a lot more. They're getting a lot more supplies from Europe. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure.
Well, Crimea. Benji's asking, why is Crimea such a hotspot? It's pretty much like the equivalent to Germany's Sudetenland back in the day. Well,
and you got to remember that the Crimea is a peninsula within the Black Sea. Black Sea is a critical strategic water mass to keep control of part of Eurasia, because you got the Black Sea. It borders Russia, Ukraine, Moldova, Turkey. What else? What's the other ones? Some of the Slavic states over there too. I can't remember which ones, but yeah. Right. Here, hold on. Back time.
Real quick, yeah. Jordan, yeah, Georgia. Excuse me, not Jordan.
Georgia. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Here we go on Zoom. Shoot it way over here.
Yeah, Jim. It lasts about 4 hours, and you pretty much get the gist of it. It's the way they did it and the way they went through the transcript is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, there we go. Moldova, Ukraine, Russia, Georgia, Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania. So yeah, this whole area right here. This is all Crimea right here. Mm-hmm. Now it's actually traditionally Russian land, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Right. Yeah. If I'm right, it is not Ukrainian territory. Like all this part in the east, the eastern part of Ukraine that Russia took over in 2014. That's Ukrainian land. That's not Russian land. So there's an issue here. It was Ukrainian land for a long time, but in the past, I'm talking like 18th century, if I'm not mistaken, it was definitely Russian territory. But it's a key strategic area. Matter of fact, the southern part of Ukraine here, every forces are coming up through Crimea, so they're coming over here, they're being supplied from Russia proper, coming in through Crimea, and then coming up this way, and they able to hit the southern and eastern part of Ukraine. So it's a strategic area. Mm-hmm. If Crimea can neutralize, if Ukraine can neutralize Crimea, it's going to be much easier to hold this part of their country of Ukraine. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, well,
because that's the only way. That's because I mean, they probably could come in this way, but you also got to worry about what is it, the HIMARS and all that other stuff. Here, it's a little bit of a reach to hit some of those missiles to hit. But over here, yeah, it's even that much more difficult. It's hard to mass that many people to come across and take care of this area when all you have is Crimea. So, yeah.
Yeah, Val's got the $5 million question right there. That's
if Russia's so badass, why didn't they smash Ukraine? Good question.
Right? Yeah. I mean, really.
I thought it was going to last like 4 days, and I thought it was going to be over with.
I thought it was like the first Gulf War, man.
Yep, I really thought so. It tells you the state of what the Russian military was. Not so good.
Yeah,
Not so
that
good.
or well, people get rich off this stuff. Don't forget that. War gets people rich like crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
But their preparedness was poop. How does war over there ever end?
man, it's
I
a
don't
great
know,
question.
Tom, that's a really good question.
Especially in that area there again. You know, as far as the Russians are concerned, that they are the superior Slav compared to the Ukrainians, which is one of the reasons why they're going after them. Secondly, they also believe that the land belongs to them.
Well, here's the deal too. A key component in all this is Putin.
Right.
That's the key component in all this. Everyone has to do with what Putin says, otherwise you lose favor, and if you lose favor, guess what? You're losing out.
If they had anybody else in office, do you think they'd be going after Ukraine right now?
Nope.
Probably not.
No. This is definitely all the machinations of Putin.
Well, 100%.
That's what it is. So how does it ever end? Putin has got to decide that he's had enough. Will he ever do that?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
okay,
he'll stop
guys.
when he gets out of office.
I have to hit this because I don't understand it.
Hey, I like that. Senior's got. That's a pretty. I like that. That's not without reason. That is for sure.
What? Maybe Putin knew. I don't know. I think Putin didn't think that the West was as coalesced as he thought. I think he thought we were much more fractured. I really do. And I don't think he's trying to draw us in. He didn't want us to partake in it in any way, shape, or form. He thought with him going in that there wasn't going to be most response, because you got to think about it. He went into Georgia in 2008, no response. He went into Ukraine in 2014. There was no pushback. So I think I honestly thought he saw how Biden was acting as a president. Probably thought he wouldn't do anything, and he guessed right to a certain extent. But NATO has actually come together quite nicely. I think he didn't expect that, and I also don't think he expected. I don't think he expected this war to be lasting this long. I think he probably thought the same thing we're thinking. It's going to be over in a matter of a week.
Yeah, possibility.
I don't think he expected this to be drawn out as long as it has. I think he miscalculated, absolutely. And how he miscalculated, it could have been his generals telling him lies. I think his generals were pulling a Farhan. I think he was these generals were telling Putin, "Hey, man, we're good to go, man. No worries, sir. We will take them out, no problem." Lying through their teeth. So
give him the old Baghdad Bob.
Baghdad Bob, exactly.
Everything's fine.
Exactly. But anyways, how about we get into this? Speaking of world leaders,
oh yeah. Jesus.
hey people, I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is not a joke. Yeah, we could get. Well, I'll talk death penalty. Yeah, I can get into that. This is not a joke, people. This is President Biden's Twitter. And this is what he had to say last night. "I know how hard it is some days to sweep the clouds away and get to sunnier days. Our friend Elmo is right." Okay, let me repeat this. Our friend Elmo is right. We have to be there for each other. Offer our help to a neighbor in need, and above all else, ask for help when we need it. Even though it's hard, you're never alone.
Oh my God. Elmo loves you. Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
Hell yeah, Jim.
The
I agree there.
President of the United States invoking the wise words of Elmo.
Yeah, you know.
Mind you, this is after, we had 3 service members sacrifice their life. We got all this craziness going on in the world.
And this guy,
And you got this guy out here tweeting. It could have been a handler. Absolutely, it could have been. But this is President Biden's Twitter. All right.
Someone's signing off on this, so this is his message. Right?
No, I do not follow Biden. You see your ass, Eric. You don't follow Biden? No, I do not follow Biden. Probably should, but
God,
that's
look
tough.
at that.
No, I get I'm sure he doesn't. But he's responsible, right?
For the message that his administration sends.
Right? He's the president of the United States. This is his account. I don't know. Very odd. Very odd.
Holy crap.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Other than, wow.
That's what
When
we're
I saw
dealing
that,
with,
I was
huh?
like, you got to be kidding me, right? You got to be kidding me.
That's showing.
Elmo.
I don't know what to even. I got a lot of words for that.
Maybe. Someone might have gotten fired for that one. That's
Wow.
possible.
Maybe. Or maybe it's like, hey,
Definitely.
or maybe they got high five in the morning for all you know.
That's
As weird as this
Jim
thing
says he
is.
wants us to talk death penalty. It's
Okay.
that's tough. I mean, it's
Well,
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know, what is the biggest issue? Because you got to make sure what you're doing is right, though. You know what I'm saying? As far as, are you sure this guy is guilty for what he's, without a reasonable,
Mhm.
whatever it may be? Because don't get me wrong, not the judicial, but the criminal courts, they get things wrong sometimes,
oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah, all
And-
the time.
And it's hard because is the person suffering more staying on this earth, being locked up in a cage,
Well,
or snuffing their life out? I mean, to me, this is just my faith. Once you die, you're it's forever, right? Your life on earth is finite. The afterlife is, well, depending on what you believe, it's internal. It's forever.
right.
So you're gonna face judgment one way or another, correct?
Right.
Whether
The
you're put to
ultimate
death.
judgment, right?
So I don't know. Do I think that some people deserve it? Absolutely. I think some people deserve it. No doubt about it. There are some people that have committed some heinous crimes that probably are allowed to be here on this earth anymore. But I don't know, man.
The court systems, and I followed a couple of cases lately. I'm not going to mention them just out of whatever. But there's been a few court cases I followed where, I've been watching the trials and people vote these guys, they give them a guilty verdict. I'm sitting there like, are you sure? Like, do you understand what reasonable doubt really means? Or are you just voting with emotion because you don't like the guy?
Right.
I mean, what's really going on here? Because I've seen plenty of cases so far in the last 2 years now where it's like, okay, this guy should have been probably voted not guilty. Did he might have something to do with it? Maybe, but if there's even that much doubt, it's called, you can't vote him guilty.
Right.
Right. So,
and that's a good question. And Aaron brings up is it an effective deterrent? I don't think it's a deterrent. To me, I don't think it is.
People murder people every day.
Right. I don't think some of these people who commit these heinous acts, I think the last thing they're worried about is, am I going to get the death penalty? I really don't think they're thinking. I don't think that's where their mind is.
No. Check out Japanese prisons. That'll deter you from ever going to prison again.
The prisons in Singapore, but
Oh,
they're
yeah.
clean. Amazing. I saw a documentary. They're run so efficient, but man, you go to jail it's crazy. I mean, and you do a long time, and you have to sleep basically on a bamboo mat
Yeah.
on the hard floor.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The
But,
Japanese will make you sit in the lotus position for 8 hours a day, contemplating while you're there, facing a wall.
Wow. But it's weird. I don't. It's because I go back and forth sometimes because it's like I don't know. It's hard for me sometimes because I don't want to.
No, I mean, I think it's a good thing to
it's-
have personally. I mean, again, like you said, make sure you got the right guy. Make sure. I mean, that's what the appeals process is for too. Make sure it's all
Sure.
weeded out through courts.
Well,
And
don't
then
get me wrong. I'm pretty sure there's
it's probably 99,
it's less probably than 1%.
90%. Right,
Right.
exactly. But even then, that's part of our process, the judicial process. They have the right to do so. I mean, so, the other argument too is, hey, you're wasting money by keeping them around longer. And yeah, okay, I get
That's
that.
another thing. Yeah, the appeals process for a death penalty is.
But what's the
absolutely
alternative? I mean,
insane. What is the alternative? Right.
I mean, I've heard stories of guys. In fact, I watched not more than a week and a half ago. I watched a story about a guy who was on death row for 21 years, and they had him locked in a cell by himself for 21 years. And he was talking about how it was the worst thing he ever experienced. He was seeing things, talking to himself. He thought he was losing his damn mind. He was going crazy. Is that? I mean,
see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, to me, it almost seems like you're getting the easy way out.
right,
To me,
right.
Compared to some of these heinous crimes that people commit, it's like, what? They did what? And you're just like, man, it's one thing, I guess. I don't know. If you catch them like right when it happened or something, and then emotion is just taking over, that's I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird. I don't know.
I do believe in some
I don't think people
vigilante.
should, and I agree. I think that these people should not get away with it with whatever they murder, whatever it may be,
no, yeah.
because that's what it usually involves in if it's murder.
Right.
But when it comes to murder, I almost want them to suffer the same things that they afflicted upon other people, but that's against the Constitution,
Right, exactly, yeah.
Cruel, unusual. I get that. I understand why that's in the Constitution because, again, it could be, how people can get, man. They can totally turn into something that especially when the government's in charge of it. You never know.
Yeah. Well, remember old Gary Plauché?
Who was that?
That was his son. I believe it was either his son or his daughter was kidnapped by a guy, and there's a couple words you can't say, but just use your imagination what the kidnapper did. And the kidnapper was being what do we call it? What's the word? Extradited, and he was through the airport, and Gary Plauché was waiting there. He pretended like he was on the phone. Turned around.
I saw that. He shot him right in the head. Yeah.
Shot right in the head.
Yeah, that was like in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. Yeah.
No, Gary. Why, Gary?
And to be honest,
why? Are you serious?
I can understand that though as a parent.
Exactly. I'd probably do this.
Exactly.
I might do the same thing myself.
Exactly. So it's.
Luckily, he was acquitted too. They didn't find him guilty of anything. So. Yeah. I don't know, but that's kind of a touchy one there. The death penalty thing. It's
tough, because I don't get me wrong. I want these people to be punished. They shouldn't see the light of day. But what is it doing as far as, like you said, deterrence? Is it deterrence or is it just retribution type? I don't. It's weird because there's some people out there who are in death row who haven't even been, executed, but you got some other guys who barely, let's say the crimes weren't comparable. Yeah, right. It was murder, but one was worse than the other, but they're still, hanging out in prison while the other one has already been put down. For example, the Boston bomber, I think his death sentence got commuted, didn't it? Or the judge threw it out? Something like that,
yeah.
The guy was responsible for killing how many people in the Boston Marathon? Him and his brother met his end because he got shot, but
got ran over too.
Did he get ran over?
They ran over.
No kidding.
Whoops.
Oops. That happens.
Oh, hey man, it is what it is.
Yep.
Don't do weird stuff.
What were they chasing him or something, and he got ran over?
I can't remember how it happened. Yeah, he had tire marks all over his stomach.
No kidding. Wow.
Mhm.
Oops.
Yeah,
Oops.
I mean, Gary Plauché got off. They initially charged him, and then the jury found he was acquitted of all charges.
Usually that happens.
There was another one recently like that too. A dad in Texas found someone. I guess you can't say it on YouTube apparently, so I'm not going to say the words. Doing something to his daughter, and he, in a fit of rage, he beat the guy to death right then and there. No charges were filed. You know. Oh yeah, the guy with his own submarine. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on?
That Danish guy. That guy was a fruitcake, man. That guy was a total Looney Tune. He had
I
his
don't
own
remember that.
submarine. This gal went to go down there to do a report on it and do some documentary about his submarine.
Hmm.
She goes on the submarine, ends up missing. Yeah, he turns out he cut her head off, threw her in the damn ocean.
Really?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. They made a documentary about that. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Goodness gracious. What the hell was
Wild
that all
stuff.
about?
I don't know, man. I mean, just people just got to screw loose. You never know who you meet, I guess.
What do we got here?
Yeah, see, that's another thing. Monetary. That's the biggest thing. The other thing too is like if you got a guy who's on death row, I mean, like, why not? You know what I mean? Just get over with. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that are on death row for, eons. You got some guys that die on death row, not from being executed, just from natural causes. I wonder how many appeals they get. I guess that depends on state statutes, right? So,
I think it depends on the statutes of each individual state. Yeah, I think
Right.
so. Let's see what we got here. See if there's anything new going on. Usually there's nothing going on over there during this time, except for the Houthis.
the old Houthis, man.
They don't give up, do they?
The old Houthis about to be Houtied at some point, hopefully. Put them in the
They
past
keep
tense.
hey, they keep launching. We keep hitting them. They keep launching.
They don't give any F's at all, that's for sure.
Let's see what we got here.
Disgraced generals. Ooh, even better probably be disgraced officers. That's a pretty decent top Aaron's got there. Who was that clown that got cut? Iran-Contra deal. Colonel
Oliver North, Colonel
Oliver
North.
North.
Good old Ollie. How about Benedict Arnold?
Oh, what a piece of dog tier that guy was, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, man, that was wild, dude. I don't think he was lying about his dad being a federal agent either, because they caught him 10 minutes later by his cell phone. He was on a National Guard base walking around with a gun.
What the hell?
Yeah, the video's out there, the uncensored one.
What is that?
Yeah, he holds up his dad's head like this and everything, and he's going on about this diatribe. He's got this manifesto, if you will. Throws his dad's head. Yeah, he throws his dad's head in a trash can on the live stream. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm guessing they caught the guy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. He was talking about QAnon and all that stuff, and now they're using now the media is turning into look what these right wingers do. No, it wasn't cartel. Dude, it's just nuts.
What the hell?
It was just some dude lost his S, if you will. Cheese done slid off that damn cracker. Yeah, that was some wild, man. It's probably on Twitter. It has to be. Yeah, he did a live stream. It was a live stream when he had that. He pulled the head out and everything. Here it is. What else was he talking about? Oh, it was anti-Biden stuff. So, of course, they're using that right now. It's a big thing. And then he went on the run after he posted that.
Just looking to see if there's out there.
Yeah, dude, Jim. Oh, you guys remember You guys remember guys in high school when you guys took driver's ed, they had that red asphalt.
Red asphalt, blood on the highway.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. Jim brought up Faces of Death.
Faces of Death.
That's another one too. Red asphalt, man. Jeez.
Faces of Death. I think a lot of that was fake though.
Some of them.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Come on. That don't even look right.
Yeah, that dude just lost his nut, man. Like that guy just, God, I don't know. I don't know what gets into someone's head to where they gotta cut off another dude's head.
I don't get that.
No, man.
I remember remember the what's his name? Zarqawi when he cut off that American head, remember?
Oh my god, yeah.
Remember that one? That one
Yeah.
That was bad.
And that was a dull ass knife. That poor boy suffered.
Yeah, but he was high up on whatever they give him.
Or probably opium.
Yeah, from what I heard, that's like the tradition. They put him up on opium and
Make it a bit easier, I guess, for them actually, not the other way around.
Poor kid, man.
I think his name Nicholas Berg or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what it was.
He was a contractor in Iraq.
Yeah.
I remember that video going around.
And then remember the all the truck drivers and they hung them from the bridge of Ramadi.
Yeah, my buddy, when he was in Afghanistan, he was in Kunar province in 2012. Their convoy hit a IED, and the interpreter got a little spooked by that, jumped out of the vehicle, ran away. 2 weeks later, he was on the net getting his head cut off.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just stay in the vehicle.
Yeah, he freaked out.
Yeah. I've also seen a video on the internet where somebody hit an IED and they're not returning fire, and the other guy pulls them down and starts kicking them in the face, starts beating them. What are you doing? Return fire. Faces of Death.
Faces of Death.
Red Asphalt. That Red Asphalt movie was kind of gnarly.
That meant to scare the hell out of people.
What do we do anyways, right? Who hasn't done 100 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Oh my god. See what we got going on here. Just a bunch of more words. Yeah, and now it's interesting. So I was watching this thing. So not only are the French and German farmers protesting, but the Italian farmers joined in too.
Did they? Yeah, I know that's a big thing going all over Europe with the farmers.
Yeah.
What does it have to do? Is it the subsidies, or is it something about? It has to do with subsidies, I thought, for the government.
Man, I don't. I
think it's a whole bunch of different things. The fertilizer, not being able to use it, or something. I don't know.
There's a lot going on there. I wonder what happened to that trucker convoy that supposed to go to Texas. I wonder how that panned out.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I got a better one for you, Jim. Go into a public bathroom, turn off the lights, and say Shimone 3 times. See what happens to you.
What is that? A whole bunch of urban legend stuff.
Oh, Michael Jackson might pop out and say hi.
Wait, what is it you say?
Shimone.
Oh, Shimone.
Yeah, I had a friend who was he went to Catholic school, and he was talking about how one of the recent priests got in trouble for doing some things that happened in the news, right?
Oh yeah, you
got. So I said, "Are you feeling a little left out? Just go into the bathroom, turn off the light, and say Shimone 3 times."
Oh man.
Oh crap! I'm going to hell. I'm going to freaking hell, man. Anyways, yeah, man. I guess it happens to be my damn superpower of like knowing all the weird stuff that happens in the world.
Come on, guys, you got to help me out. Like I said, I didn't come in here prepared. I'm just trying to figure out what else to talk about.
Yeah, we're winging it, man. You don't want me going off on a tangent. You already heard what I'm talking about. My God. Talk about some weird stuff. Old urban legends, yeah. What was it, Bloody Mary? That was the other one. Say that in the mirror. I never got that one.
What we got
Shimone.
here? What do we got here? Nothing. Not
Scariest thing you've ever seen in real life?
Scariest thing I've ever seen.
Oh man. Shit. Well, I had a couple of things that happened there. Like, I don't know if they were scary, but they were just kind of like bizarre. Like, I don't know how to explain what happened.
What's going on the border today? Probably
Yeah,
more
same.
illegals coming across.
Same as it ever does. Oh,
Yep.
if I want to talk about UFOs, I do have a UFO.
UFOs. Oh, here we go.
I got a couple of UFO
Okay.
stories.
I got a decent one. You go first.
All right. So probably around the late 1960s or so. No, in the 1960s, my grandfather was working on the Apollo program, and he was part of the North American Aviation back then. I can't remember the name of it now. But he was a quality control engineer. JPL had the contract to build a lunar module.
Yeah, North American is the name of. Yeah, that's the name
Right.
of the aviation. They build planes. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
also did rocket stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and JPL had a subcontract for the lunar module, so that's why. So he was living up here at that time, and my grandparents had a house in this little area in Citrus Heights here called Mariposa, and actually just down the road from me now. Back then it was just all pasture land, and but it's called Citrus Heights for a reason, right? So there you go. Anyways, they had a bunch of sheep. They had cattle and stuff on it. He was a farmer. That was, he grew up as a farmer. He was a farmer by trade. So you had farm. He had his own animals. He loved animals on the farm and whatnot. So he was out late at night. It was pouring rain, and there was a lot of wind and whatnot. And for whatever reason, the sheep had gotten loose out of the pen. And so my grandmother was out there telling, hey, the sheep had gotten loose. And so my grandfather, he went by Bill. And she goes, hey, Bill, you need to go get the sheep. He goes out there, he puts his coat on. She was out there too. And when they go out to the sheep pen, all of a sudden this bright white light comes down. And my grandfather looks up, and he says what he saw was what looked like men in black jumpsuits, like black, like space suits kind of thing. And they had long blonde hair, and they were just staring at him. And it scared my grandmother so much, she started running back to the house, and she was calling him, hey, Bill, come in. And at that time, my father was awake. My father was probably, I don't know, maybe about 10 years old at the time. And his sister and brother were there as well. And my grandfather ran back into the house after he saw what he saw. And he was as pale as he never seen his dad look like that before. That's what my dad told me. Another thing to know about my grandfather is that boy never freaking lied. I mean, that guy never told a lie in his freaking life. In fact, if he caught you lying, he'd probably punch you. I mean, that was one of his biggest pet peeves was liars. And so for him to say something like that, that's incredible. I talked to him about the years about that. Like what, that's what you saw, and to his dying day, and that's what he saw. He claims that he saw some spacecraft, like a typical flying saucer, with these windows around it, and there was about 4 or 5 dudes standing in the windows, staring down at him. And his belief was they weren't after him. They had something to do with the sheep. It looks like they wanted something to do with the sheep, which is why they might have caused the sheep to skedaddle out of the pen or something.
And this is in California?
Yep. Right over here, not more 4 miles away from where I live right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Some wild stuff, man. Close encounter of the third kind, I believe that's called. Well, no, that's third. Yeah, I think it's third kind.
Third, where you make contact, I think.
So, and his belief too is he didn't feel like they were friendly or not friendly, and he didn't really think that they were aliens either.
It was to be really? Maybe it was U.S. people.
Well, his personal belief is that there's some kind of demon. Yeah, I kind of share belief too.
Maybe.
Myself.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. You guys remember the story back in the mid 90s with the big UFO in Arizona and Phoenix?
Yo, you saw that sucker?
Listen to this.
All right.
I didn't see what they saw,
Mm-hmm.
but I was getting ready. I was on mid shift, right? And now I was stationed at Luke Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right in that area. First off, yeah, the Phoenix Lights. I'm going to tell you right now, the Air Force Base did not send up any planes in any way, shape, or form. I was going into work during that time, and there's no when they have night flying, it's usually on a swing shift,
Right.
Usually they're not flying at 11 o'clock at night. They may be landing at 11 o'clock at night, but they're not taking off. Anyways, I'm driving in from Glendale, and I'm going down Olive. It's one of the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, take that back. Yeah, it was Olive. So I went that one, and then I had to make a left and go down. God, I can't remember the name of the road. It's right there in front of the base. It's not Air Base Parkway. It's just something else. Anyways, I looked off to my left. I remember my peripheral vision seeing lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked, and it reminded me of like a large aircraft, C-5, C-141 with landing lights. That's what and it looked like. That's what it looked like in the distance. It just looked like there was a plane on approach with the landing lights on. And then I kept driving because then, I had to look ahead. And then as I looked back again, it was gone. I didn't see it no more.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the whole Phoenix light stuff starts going off. I was like, okay, yeah, that's interesting. I saw something. I can't tell you what I saw. I saw no shape, and I didn't, I wasn't paying attention to how many lights were. Like I said, I thought it was just a plane coming in on approach because I was getting close to the base when I was able to see it. So that's my quote unquote Phoenix Lights experience. It just happened to be at that same time.
That's wild, man. Yeah, it's funny the next morning I was on a red-eye flight in Sac International to LAX. We were going to go to Disneyland, and I remember the newspaper. That was right there. Newspaper right there. The Phoenix Lights.
Yep, it's exactly. Yeah, this was in like
96.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yep.
96. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. The Battle of Los Angeles.
Yeah, they were shooting at something, man.
That was during World War II, wasn't it? 1940 something.
Yeah,
I don't know much about that.
It claimed it was a balloon or something they were shooting at, some kind of Zeppelin.
So what's your thoughts on the whole Roswell? Legit? Not legit?
I don't know about that one. The one that really kind of piques my curiosity the most is the Barney and Betty story out there in Connecticut when they were abducted and when they were put under hypnosis. The recounts that they were genuinely frightened in their hypnosis or hypnoses. Something happened to them to make you like, okay, there's a little bit more to this. It's not just a bunch of conjecture. But as far as Roswell goes, hey man, that's a little wild. I mean, if you think about it, we did make a pretty good leap of technology at that time. I mean, and then you also have Bob Lazar out there saying we have a few things. Bob Lazar is a kind of a weird guy himself, but him coming out and say we have a few things we've reverse engineered. But then again, how would we have the capability to reverse engineer something we don't really know anything about, right? I mean, wouldn't happen that quickly. But I mean, we did go from P-51 Mustang to the SR-71 pretty damn quickly, and then we went to the damn moon.
Well, think about it. Just think from Kitty Hawk to landing on the moon. How many years was that?
Oh my God!
Like what? 60? That's it?
60 years? Yeah. And look at us now. We're still trying to get back to the freaking moon.
That's weird.
So, I don't know. That's some wild stuff, man. Yeah, Bob Lazar is all right. I wouldn't believe everything the guy says, but there's enough. He says enough to where it's like, okay, this seems like it'd be plausible. What was that one?
Let's see what we got here. Battle of Los Angeles. I really don't want to look at Wikipedia. I always try to find something. Warfare History Network. Who are these guys?
More freaky stories if you guys want to hear.
So it happened in 1942. Okay, hold on. I might. Well, hold on. Smithsonian Magazine.
Right.
Get
Right.
out of here.
We advance so quickly, but we can't get there. So what they were saying, Matt, is that all the data they collected from the Apollo program, they had either destroyed or everything was recorded over, which is one of the reasons why they were struggling to get back to that level of, I don't know, space exploration, I guess. If that's the case, that's some grade A level dumbassery. But yeah, we went from 0 to 100 real quick.
I'm just taking a look at this real quick.
I tell you guys about my.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a submarine, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was a Zeppelin. They were shooting.
Weren't
They were
they
actually
shooting at the
shooting
submarine?
anti-aircraft. They had the spotlight. They had the spotlights are following something in the sky. And they were
Yeah,
shooting
I'm
at
still
it.
looking at the pictures right now.
Uh,
Comb the sky. Well, it says searchlights and anti-aircraft guns comb the sky during the alarm.
right.
I don't know. It's hard to, because I know we're probably not going to get much out of it. But if you think about it, how many months after Pearl Harbor was this? 2 months.
Right.
I'm guessing that, I'm not saying that it's nothing weird, but I think it was a lot of paranoia going on. That's just my opinion.
Could have been just a weird cloud formation or something they saw. Who knows?
It's hard to tell without any
But,
Bob Lazar. That's a weird dude, man.
At this point, you have our own government now acknowledging, hey, these things are real. They're out there. Okay.
What do they don't call it UFOs now? What is it? UFAs. I know
Yeah,
for flying
or UAPs.
phenomena.
Phenomena.
Flying phenomena.
I want.
No,
Well,
it was
I mean,
1942. They're not going to think it's the Russians.
okay. So here's a question. Obviously, they do exist, but what's their purpose? Like, what are they? I mean,
Here's a question I have too. This is something that I've been asking. You tell me. Maybe I'm thinking at this wrong. If a UFO, okay, whatever. If a alien species in a spacecraft was able to transverse the universe, come to Earth,
why are we so special?
how am I thinking about this? It just seems like if you have that much technology, how could it be quote unquote either shot down or
Right.
Why would they have anything to fear? Because if you're able to go across the universe with said ship, there's got to be some very definitive photographs, evidence, or something. It seems like all the evidence everyone has is all sketchy. It's a blurred picture. It's a, you know what I'm saying?
Sasquatch,
There's never anything concrete. It's all very speculative. It just, I don't know. It seems just a little bit weird to me.
Sasquatch. It's a flying Sasquatch.
I don't know.
That's another one. That's a weird one.
With Sasquatch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, we're getting more into we're like coast to coast now. We're getting into coast to coast topics.
Hey man, that's a fun topic. Might as well.
It is.
The
They get into
UFOs,
some
man.
weird stuff, man. I'm like, what?
Man.
There's never been a concrete, hey, look at this photo and it's clear as can be. It's all weird. Okay, here's the question. What do you make of the Tic Tac videos?
Oh, that's wild. Okay,
That's a little bit weird.
that is something right there. Now, if you tell me that's a UFO, I'm like, okay, that there you go. There it is. That's a UFO.
That is probably the most clear cut evidence, if you will. But it's all IR though. It's not actual
Right.
the regular camera. It's all infrared, right?
Well, then again, if they're moving at such a speed, will you be able to take pictures of it? I mean,
what I want to know is how are they? Well, I guess it was that the radar was tracking it, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, they're what do they call the guy in the back seat? The radar officer.
Okay, but usually the radar automatically tracks targets.
Well, he was trying to get a lock on this thing. It took him several tries.
Yeah, interesting. That was very interesting. Loch
Hey,
Ness is like, hey, you know what? I actually was on the Loch Ness. Did that back in 2009.
Now, don't forget, back in early 93 or 94, they had all those kids out in Zimbabwe. They were out there in the playground, and they had a thing land down in front of them. A couple of guys got out of it. 75 children reported seeing a UFO and a black figure walk out of it, black alien. They couldn't all be delusional, could they? I mean,
yeah, but it's all what they're saying rather than, there's
right versus actual proof. Yeah, I get you.
And the same thing with UFOs having to do with building the pyramids and all this other stuff. I was like, come on, you got to do better.
Well,
than that, right?
who was it? What was the name of the can't remember the name of the pharaoh, but on top of the obelisk, I believe it's in Trafalgar Square. The pharaoh at that time stated that the pyramids, they have no clue where they're from. They were there long before that. They were already there when the Egyptians were in existence. So who the hell knows? I mean, they're still finding stuff buried under all that sand to this day. So who the hell knows, man?
Well, yeah, so much stuff, and that's crazy because because of the continuous flooding of the Nile.
Right.
With it flooding and then receding, it keeps leaving sediment. All that stuff was buried. That's crazy how they found all that stuff buried underneath sand.
Right, yeah.
Incredible.
I mean, the fact that you would even do some of that is just wild.
I mean, exactly. But that's how they were able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They used the Nile. When it flooded, that's when they brought all that granite down, all the rock. They were able to float. Basically, they were able to use the Nile River basically ended where they built the pyramid. So it wasn't that long, it wasn't that far of a trip for them to haul all those granite. Remember, you had hundreds and thousands of slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Building that. Well, guess who the slaves were?
Yeah.
Take a guess. Yeah.
I mean, but then again, the people who worked on the pyramids were also, well, some of them were treated pretty decently.
Yeah. But there was a lot of.
I never heard of that one, Matt. Which one is it? Ball landed on a farm.
Think about this ball that landed on a farm, but the government took it away from the farm and never gave it back. Nope, never heard of that one. That one's unique.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else.
I'll save my ghost stories from another time. I've had several ghost encounters on military installations of all things. Yeah, wild. My dad asked too. I must be running the family or something.
75 years ago.
I had something really weird.
I think there's absolutely like some afterlife stuff out there. That is easier to believe than quote unquote aliens for me.
Right.
That's just me personally. But the only thing I don't like is there's too much crying wolf of people. You got all these damn ghost adventurers, you name it. I mean, it's kind of like,
oh, those ghost adventures are full of crap. You want to know how I know how? Here, I'll tell you what. They investigated a place called Clovis Manor out in Clovis, California. That's originally where I'm from. Used to own the Clovis Manor. My grandparents.
No kidding.
My grandparents. It was a nursing home. They even say it in their documentary. It used to be a nursing home. My grandparents owned that thing for, I don't know, at least 20, 30 years. The thing wasn't haunted. I was in there myself. It's not haunted. It's a bunch of BS, man. A bunch of made up bull
Really?
crap.
What season was that? I'll have to go watch that one again.
I'll pull it up for you. I'll send you the link. They went in there and said people died in here. Well, of course they died. It's a damn nursing home. That's what happens. And they were trying to say
it's all about making money. There's no legitimate about that at all.
Yeah. Well, then again, wait till something happens to you that you believe in it, but you believe in it.
Right.
Obviously, you see the stuff like that on TV, and that alone for me right there is like, okay, these guys are full of crap, man. Like that.
What makes me laugh is when lights are going out. They're little ghost detecting
Oh,
machines.
it's
and the
here.
lights.
It's
Yeah,
it's
hold on.
here.
Right. And then if they say, they'll ask it a question, right? Are you angry? And the lights will flash. Oh my God, it's angry. I'm like, since when do flashing lights indicate to you that something's angry?
Yeah.
How do you know if that's saying, yes, I'm angry, or no, I'm not angry? But yeah, you automatically assume, oh yeah, they're communicating.
Yeah. How what's to say that the stiff breeze didn't like somehow trigger this thing, you know?
Yeah. Or someone's with a remote hitting the damn button.
Yeah. Well, the electromagnetic field's at 120 right now. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not
And?
detecting all your cameras that are putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your doodads at 120. Meanwhile, your cameras are just fine or something.
And then it's funny. Oh my God, we got. Oh yeah. What is it? The electromagnetic. Yeah, the EMF is it's at a 3.5. Oh my God. It's like, okay, what's that supposed to mean? What does 3.5 mean anything to anybody? What does that indicate?
I mean,
it's stupid. Exactly. Exactly, Matt.
All
It's
this.
so stupid, man. I mean, it makes for great TV. I'll tell you one thing. Do you remember when it first came out? Blair Witch Project.
Oh my God, everybody lost their damn. I thought it was real.
Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you, that was some of the most clever public relations for a movie I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, they did all the build up and everything.
Oh my God, it was and everyone
they made a whole story up out of nowhere. People were believing it.
Incredible how they did that. Did you hear how they filmed it? It's incredible how they filmed it. So they gave them all these cameras, right? The video recorder cameras.
Yeah.
And they actually went out camping, but the producers would give them pieces of paper saying, okay, walk in this direction at this time. But they didn't know what to expect. They never knew what to expect.
And
so
they would,
when they're actually captured, they're capturing their fear because they don't know what it is.
Right.
They know it's, I mean, don't get me wrong. They don't think it's ghosts, but they know, hey, what the hell's going on? It's an actual, you're just being scared.
Right. And they would purposely keep fruit from them and super proud of them to add to all that.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible, dude. The way they did that was awesome. And I think they said they spent less than $1 million, I think, on the production.
Whoever did that was just a freaking marketing genius, man.
Oh, absolutely. It was
that was
fantastic.
The first viral of anything as far as I'm concerned.
And then the internet ruined it because then I researched it and saw, hey, this ain't real. I'm like, come on, man. Really? You're doing that to us? I wanted to believe in that, but yeah.
God.
That was great, though.
Here's the other thing, too. The whole ghost adventure thing. I mean, don't you think everything to be a time where they come across a ghost and just mess with them? Like that, like they get EVP of like a fart or something. Like, oh, okay. Was that you? Oh, I think they did that. There was another one called, oh man, what was that show?
There's a whole bunch of different ones.
Most Haunted, the British one.
Yeah.
That was another wild one. I was like, okay, these things are full ass, man. Whatever.
It's just, and then when you get the psychics who are, oh, I feel the presence of a young boy. I was like, get out of here. You don't know nothing.
I feel the presence of a young boy. What are you, a priest? Like, come on. What are you talking about? Somebody died in this room. Well, there's probably, if it's a 200-year-old building or more, there's probably a pretty good chance someone did.
Exactly. I know. It's like, come on.
So what are you talking about?
The residual energy is being held within the wood and the stone.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's like a clay recording. It records things like music. Okay, well, take a whatever and see if you can play music on. I mean, I don't know.
It makes no sense, man.
What are you talking about? I mean, I'm sure there's probably energy that hangs around. I mean, my grandfather was a pastor. There was sometimes you walk into a room or something like, yeah, it doesn't feel right. But I think everybody kind of has that just as human nature.
Yeah, it's a human,
Kind of like a sixth sense of danger, if you will. Like, okay, something doesn't feel right here. Whether that's paranormal, I don't know.
The spidey senses, exactly. Something similar to that.
Being a believer in the afterlife, I think there's something to it. But
they make it. Oh, The Conjuring.
Those are good movies, man.
That was great.
Oh
Um,
man,
that was good. Um,
the Fresno one censored? No, I don't think I was there for that one, man.
um, what was the one where it's based on the frauds, the husband and wife?
Oh, I think that's part of it, isn't it? Conjuring,
Yeah, it
and then
is. They're
um,
great movies, but the actual people are frauds.
yeah, they were
But there was
making it
great
all
movies.
up. They
I
were
think,
seeing what they wanted to see, and it wasn't really so much her; it was kind of him.
yeah, supposedly he was like
But
a freaking pedophile or something like that.
I heard he was. Yeah, I heard he was just a total scumbag.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. But that's how the Amityville Horror got all famous, was because of them.
Yeah, it was all BS.
Yeah,
People live
it's
in
all
that house to this day. I don't have anything. Oh,
right.
Hereditary. Somebody brought up Hereditary, man.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Oh
Oh
man,
man, it was just the whole thing was just weird. It was
another
just
good
the
one.
whole thing. That oh yeah, seen oh man, dude.
There's
That
three
is
good ones out there right now.
my
Midsummer.
that's another one, dude.
Yeah, yeah. That's the same director, I believe, right?
Yeah. And I was like, I was telling my wife and my daughter, I was like, there is something seriously wrong with that dude. To come up with stuff like that, you got something going on in your brain that ain't right, dude.
I'll tell you what, Hereditary, the one that got me, I had to rewind this like 2 or 3 times. I was like, no way, that happened. Was the scene Hereditary where she's can't breathe and she's leaning her head out the window?
Oh, and she gets her head lopped off by the
Boom!
pole.
I'm like, whoa.
And then you think it's
Rewind, what
over,
happened here?
and all of a sudden they show her freaking head full of ants.
Yeah, full of ants.
Remember-
I was like, oh, you don't need. Why? What was the need of that
What was
for?
the
Man?
what was
Like,
the purpose of that?
what's the other one? Infinity Pool that came out recently. Nefarious.
This another thing that's very I don't know if you guys really caught on to this, but in Hereditary, the music is very odd about there's something about it that just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. Heebie-jeebies.
And that
To this day, though, the scariest movie that I've ever seen is The Exorcist. Nothing will ever surpass, for me, The Exorcist.
and you want to know why? It's probably because you watched it when you were a kid.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
watched it when I was a kid too. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Even today, man, it's a disturbing. It is a disturbing damn film.
Well, what makes it even more disturbing, I don't know. Again, my grandfather was a pastor. He actually had a church out in Penryn, which is not too far away from here either. Probably about a 30-minute drive. And just outside of Auburn, California. And people would come in that had bad spirits, if you will, and he would have to, try to pray it away, if you will.
Mm.
So he was a believer in that. He was definitely a believer in that. So that to me kind of creeps me out, knowing that stuff does happen.
Yeah,
That stuff is out there.
Ugh.
Anything to do with possession, that freaks me frick out, man.
Right. Exactly. There was a movie that came out not too long ago. Who the heck was it? It had Anthony Hopkins. He was a priest, remember?
Oh yeah. And
it was good too.
He was a priest in Italy, right?
Yes.
He was like a famous exorcist.
Yeah, something like that. And he was being possessed. And then there was a
woman,
a younger priest,
or younger priest, yeah.
Yeah, he was having his doubts or something like that of being
took him under his wing, yeah.
Yeah, and then he took him under his wing, yeah, and then all of a sudden, he became devout. Yeah, incredible. My uncle used to tell me how scary the Changeling was. I don't remember the Changeling.
Now, don't forget
the Rite. That's what it might have been. Was it the Rite?
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Yep.
Now, don't forget, in the 80s, somebody got off a hook for murder because of demonic possession. Yeah.
Interesting.
In the court, they proved that, hey, this guy was out of his mind. He was possessed by demons, and therefore we cannot try him for murder. Yeah, it's actually on Netflix. It's stuck. I know. Like, why do I know all this weird shit? Oh man, I want to watch the Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe.
I heard that's not very good.
No, damn.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I'm a big horror film guy. I don't know why. This is interesting. Maybe I had too many experiments with mushrooms or something. I don't know. Yeah, that torture stuff. Yeah, I'm not into that. Like a Saw and all that. Yeah, I get you, Matt. That ain't my bag either. I'm not a huge gore fan, man. I see plenty of that on the internet as it is or in the news. You know what's crazy? What's creepy too? This is around the subject of paranormal stuff right now. I used to go camping at this place called Kybers every summer with my college buddies, and just actually was just outside Kybers. If you had a map of El Dorado National Forest, it would be called Sun Rock out in Desolation. Actually, it's a desolation forest. Anyways, this one time we went to go camping, and we usually stop at the radio station to get a fire permit. And the ranger was like, "Hey, where are you guys going to camp today?" Well, we're going to go, Cheese Camp Road is the way we take in. And she goes, "Well, make sure you don't go up to Sun Rock because something happened there." And she wouldn't tell us what happened, like maybe a bear or something. But usually they tell you if it takes a bear or not. Anyways, long story short, it's about 10 of us. We called it a night. We'd all been drinking, obviously, just a bunch of college kids. But around like maybe about no more than maybe 10, 15 minutes after we went to bed, this no shit, this happened. Okay. It sounded like a bunch of little kids or little girls running through our camp giggling. And you could see small hands as they're running by scraping across your tent. And it was as soon as it happened, it was over pretty much. And I remember sitting there for what seemed like me about like 5 minutes, probably more about a minute or so. But I opened up my tent, and at the same time, like everybody else started popping, like, "Hey, did you guys hear that? Like, what the hell was that?" And we all got out, looked around, like we couldn't see nothing, we couldn't find anything. One of the guys, maybe it was like an echo from across. There's a big old pond out there. Maybe the pond, maybe someone's camping across the pond. Like, well, that didn't explain the sound of people running through the campsite. That was some freaky stuff, man. We were gone the next day. That was wild. Wow. That was wild. What's up, Shardall?
Oh, there was some. Oh, what's up, Shardall? There was a movie out there we saw not that long ago. It was a few months ago. It was a Korean horror film.
Oh, those Koreans, man.
And it was I can't remember the name of it, but it was a police officer, and his daughter got possessed, and there was an old man supposedly that was the devil.
Oh, geez.
But they also thought there was a woman demon out there somewhere, and I can't remember what the hell the name of that movie was.
Damn.
Dang it. You guys, anyone remember that one out there? It's a fairly new movie too. Oh, hold on.
I watched a few this past few days with my cousin over here. There's a few good ones we watched. I think one of the ones we watched was called the Manor or something like that. That's halfway decent.
It was a damn good movie. It's kind of long. A Wailing.
Okay.
The Wailing.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh my gosh. That was a good movie. That was a damn. Have you ever heard of Letterboxd?
No.
It's an app you can get on your phone, and it basically gives you ratings of what people give. Like the highest rating is like a 5, but usually a movie that's around 3.5, even like 3.5 and higher is pretty decent. But oh my gosh, that's a great movie, The Wailing. You gotta check it out.
Yeah, I watched one tonight called It Comes at Night. That was interesting.
What was another one that we saw recently? Trying to think. The foreign films, they got some really good ones, man.
Yeah, the Koreans do a pretty damn good job.
Oh, here we go. First videos emerge of fires set and barricades built by protesting Belgian farmers. Wow, in Belgium too. So farmers are protesting in Germany, France, Belgium, and other European countries.
Italy, yeah.
Did you see that clip I showed where the farmers in France were spraying shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that is some of the most disgusting stuff I've ever. When I was stationed in Germany, because they grow sugar beets a lot, and of course, potatoes. But when they fertilize their damn fields, it's literally a big trailer full of shit. And they pull this thing across the fields, and in the back there's this big rotary thing flinging shit all over the place. Flinging shit, and it stinks so bad when they do that. Oh man.
God.
But yes, The Wailing. You will not be disappointed. It's a good movie. It's a little bit on the long side, but it's.
If I remember correctly, I think Italy still has slit trenches too.
They have what?
Slit trenches.
Really?
Yeah, open sewers, in other words. Oh, Ed Gein. Yeah, that guy was a total Fruit Loop,
That
man.
dude was a nut.
My God, what a total fruitcake that guy was, man. Another one is that damn John Wayne Gacy. My buddy, I have a buddy that was growing up in Des Plaines at the time.
Holy crap, look at this.
The Killer Clown. Then there's that other guy, Coral. What's his name? Something Coral. He was an Army veteran too. Dean Coral, the Candyman. That's right. It was a nutcase.
Hold on, let's see.
The Eighth
Where are we?
Night.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that's a good question, Matt. Yeah, what kind of poop was it? Was it human? Was it cow, or was it a mixture? The centipede, that's right. Human centipede. The second one's even worse than that one. Martin. Just make that weird little sound. Human centipede. Oh my God.
Hold on, I'm taking a look at something real quick.
Let's see the picture of that Ghanaian. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Ghanaian helicopter. God, I don't know if I sent it to you. I remember you sent that video. Oh, that's what we should play that. We should play that video of the Indian military. Can't believe they posted that. That's almost as bad as an Elmo thing. Yeah, if you think the first one's bad, watch the second one. The Human Centipede.
Holy crap. There is no denying this guy, man. I'm telling you. Who do you think was the best musician performer ever?
Oh, well, I guess that for me that would depend on the genre.
Just all genres. No one beats this guy. There, I gave it away.
Greatest performer of all time?
Probably one of the greatest performers ever.
Does he play guitar or does he dance?
I can't say that.
If he
Yeah, then I'll
dances,
give it away.
probably Michael Jackson.
Check this out. Remember the 1993 Super Bowl halftime show?
Vaguely.
See if this jogs the memory here. Man, the guy knew how to freaking perform. I'll tell you that. God. Here we go. We're gonna kind of. What do we got going here? What are we doing? We're Centipede and Nazis. Okay.
Now, if you think Human Centipede's bad, check out Serbian film. That is a oh boy.
A slight diversion here.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, this is the greatest halftime show of all time.
Yep. Gotta be. The guy was just. He was
No
just
one could do
born
what he
for
did.
this.
Right, exactly. No one could do what he could do.
Unbelievable.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. Look at the stoic look.
He played his part to a T, man.
The guy knew how to do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, helicopters all over the place.
The freaking Bills.
Was this played at the Rose Bowl?
I think so.
I think, yeah, that's the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
Look at that guy. That guy's got some military bearing, don't he?
Mm-hmm. Don't phase his butt.
Look at that.
He had the best timing of any musician. Yep. See, there you go.
Look at that. Oh,
There we go. Shardo, were you alive?
Nope.
I don't think you were alive, homie. Oh, that's right, Matt. Yeah. That about seals the deal right there.
Crazy, man. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, you did.
God. Even when he was a kid.
Yeah, so
The dude had some talent.
who
Just
was saying
amazing.
his dad being able to take puberty? Oh yeah, Matt was saying
Oh,
take
his-
puberty blockers.
That doesn't surprise me. His father was a creep as well.
The Italians, their opera singers, they had a term for that. I can't remember the name of it, but back in the day, they didn't just get puberty blockers. They actually did the old snipperoonie.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, when they were real young, so they would have like this kind of this voice. It's a unique voice. It's on YouTube somewhere. Like the last known. There's a term for it. I can't remember offhand, but it's like it's a weird sound, man. Holy smokes.
Interesting. You ever hear Pavarotti? Oh, God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. If you guys ever heard, oh, my Lord. Especially like during Christmas time, you listen to them do some of the Christmas music. Incredible.
Yeah.
God, that guy could sing. Whew. Yeah, I think Michael Jackson will be the greatest musician of all time.
You know who else was a good opera singer?
Who's that?
As well as a guitarist is Christopher Lee.
No kidding.
He's got a great voice. Oh yeah.
No kidding. Christopher Lee.
Yeah, yeah. He's got all
Interesting. I'll have
kinds
to
of
look that up.
he's got all kinds of songs out there. Yeah, he sings Toreador, the Toreador March to the sound of a hardcore guitar.
Really?
Yeah, he was a heavy metal enthusiast. Even
Nope
in his
kidding.
even in his 90s, yeah, he was recording metal
Wow.
songs.
I saw something the other day where he actually he volunteered to fight for the Finns in World War
did.
II.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and he's
That guy
actually
has awesome. I mean, his speaking voice is just incredible, man.
hey, all you gotta do is watch Lord of the Rings and
Lord of the Rings, that's classic.
that part where he's sitting there on top of that tower, belting out to the sky to make
Yep.
it snow and stuff.
Yep.
My God,
It's just incredible. Him and the other guy, the one that played Gandalf. What the hell's his name? Both of them were just excellent playing off of each other. Fantastic.
some of the best movies of all time, I think. I love that.
Oh yeah, the first three, fantastic, fantastic. The Hobbit was okay, but Lord of the Rings was great.
I guess I think they're making another film. I believe that was the rumor that I heard.
And they might be.
I think Peter Jackson said he's got one more in him or something like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what it'd be based off of, but those are good. Not only is that a good film, but that's actually good books too.
Oh yeah, Tolkien.
Dune's also a pretty good series.
Tolkien, man, he developed his own language for that.
Isn't it crazy?
Is that crazy? Yeah, he developed his own language for that damn book. It's talking about imagination. Golly, man.
It's interesting the way he treated the black speech was much like the ancient Aramaic. Ancient Aramaic is what the angels and demons used to speak in. It's like the forbidden speech.
Oh, I see.
The black speech.
Oh my gosh. All right. It's already 12:09. I think I'm ready to close this down. Yeah. Don't forget The Wailing. If you like a good horror movie, don't get me wrong, you're going to have to put the subtitles on to get what's going on, but that is a great movie. A little bit on the long side.
Okay. No big deal.
But it's good. It's great. I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you watch it and figure it out.
I'll report back.
Thanks, Val. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, I really didn't have a whole lot to go off of because I wasn't really planning on doing a show. It was just kind of a impromptu. We could get more because the last one we had was really good, man. That was probably one of our best shows we had.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we had a good time, and it was a natural progression to different things, which was awesome.
Oh yeah,
we were getting people in the chat I'd never even seen before. I was like,
that was awesome.
I would really love to have that conversation with the guy about the Palestinians. I would love to have that. I just think right now it's just probably it's unfortunate that it's that way, but it just seems like it would be just a little bit too.
Yeah,
and I think it would go off the rails way too easy.
One thing too, when you talk about any subject to do with JEWS on YouTube, you got to be you're skirting a fine line.
The whole thing is just exactly, and it's not to say that I wouldn't come unhinged or nothing, but I just don't know how the other people on the other side seem to be a little bit less intolerant. Right,
exactly.
And I think that's not a way to have a conversation, is when you have people who are just totally, going crazy. That's not how you have a conversation.
Exactly.
But the next one, like I said, when I did, Mo, absolutely. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to happen Friday. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
We'll see. Like I said, I think we're waiting for the moon. Waiting for
not Friday, maybe over the weekend.
If not Friday, definitely over the weekend. And then we'll come on. Hey, we might be able to come on while things are happening. That would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah. If you want to do it, let me know. I could for sure pop on.
Real time reporting or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that would be really cool. We'll have to see what they hit. Supposedly, they said it's going to be a tiered approach, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, or not a couple, but a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means. I don't know.
You know what, man? I think I touched on it with Eric not too long ago, but the Discord server.
Oh, the Discord server.
That way everybody can have like a little community to hang out in. We could all share ideas and.
Interesting. Go over there and report from the Grand Dan.
My
God, it's funny.
You better get a green screen.
You know what's funny?
Like CNN.
Dan says that. We actually took a trip to Egypt. This is back in, that was 2009 as well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we did a lot of trips in 2009, but we took a cruise down the Nile.
Mm-hmm.
We flew into Cairo, then we took another plane down to Luxor, took a boat down the Nile for like 2 or 3 days, then flew back to Cairo. But anyways, when we were down there in the summertime,
Yeah.
and I'm outside, I get pretty dark. Not like
Same here.
dark, but I get very tan. And it's
Likewise.
funny, when I was down there, all the Egyptians were saying, "Cousin, come on, cousin." I was like, "What are you talking about? Come on, cousin." And they were all saying, "Yeah, Obama. All right, Obama," because Obama was the president at the time. And I looked dark. Oh, it was funny. It was
I think
funny.
people speaking Spanish. to you
Everyone
sometimes.
was giving me shit about it. It was funny. But there was a guy. It was funny. There was a guy. We had to have security with us the entire time.
Oh, and real.
And there was a
wow.
young kid, a younger guy. I
Mhm.
call him a kid. He was probably in his 20s. I guess he worked for Egyptian police. And he says, "You look very Egyptian." I was like, "Well, cool. Thanks. I'm not." But cool. Yeah, you look very Egyptian. So that might have been good for me.
That is
You know?
actually pretty cool.
You know what I'm
to be
saying?
honest. You got incognito mode.
Exactly. Man, they did. I got the camouflage going on.
I'm on Discord, Matt.
No, I'm not. I have no idea. I've heard of that before on other YouTube channels, but yeah. The only thing I don't like about that, people might just get too nutty. At least on this, I just can kind of keep it in check to a certain extent.
Well, you could moderate the.
No, okay. Gotcha.
You can have it all moderated so people don't post weird crap in there and kick them all out and stuff.
I need a new sidekick. Oh, man. I got to remember. I'll forget again next time I come on.
Shard, I'll be your sidekick, Dan. He's
Sure,
volunteering.
there you go. There you go, Dan. Chardell could be the new sidekick. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, really was no direction today. We're just kind of shooting the breeze. What server are you on Discord? That way I can invite you.
I am in the Forward Operators Group, 501c3 nonprofit. It's a veterans group.
Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, real quick before I get, I know SpaceX, they're getting ready to launch Starship number 3 here probably pretty soon.
Yeah.
They're fixing up the pad over there, doing some new stuff, pulling out tanks, putting in new tanks. Supposedly Booster 10 and Ship 28, they should be rolling it out to the launch
That's
pad.
gonna be fun to see live, man. I cannot wait.
Looking
You
forward
hear
to
that-
that one
you
again.
hear
We're going
that
to be playing
sound?
that a lot again.
Oh man, the sound, man.
The sound is incredible. I hope they make orbit this time. We'll see.
No, Shardo, we're not going on
Okay.
tomorrow. Maybe there's a possibility, but probably not.
Yeah. When bombs start falling over in the Mideast, then we'll be back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, yeah,
thanks,
sure.
guys. Will, thanks again for the short.
man.
Appreciate the coming on the short notice. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it, but appreciate it. Interesting topics we talked about today.
Hell
We got
yeah,
all over the place.
we did.
Until using a server, I'm not on to blow this. No, I know you're not. Cool. All right. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that then. Yeah, definitely have to talk about that. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Like I said, the next one I'm gonna be coming on. It will be when the U.S.'s response. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of coverage on that. People will probably be all over the place. We should be able to have plenty of sources to go to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. Again, maybe look. I'm guessing Friday, but
Yeah.
you never know. It could be any time. It seems like they're kind of telegraphing this a little bit to a certain extent.
Oh, I get what Shardo's doing. Technically tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
because
is
it's
Friday.
midnight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Shardo,
being-
Roger. Got you.
All right, guys. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Catch me on NorCal Sports Network tomorrow, 8:30, where we're gonna talk a whole lot of nothing. It's getting difficult, really, guys. It's really getting difficult.
All right, I got you, Matt. Lima,
You got it. All right, cool.
Lima
All right, guys. We'll
Charlie.
see you on the next one. And thanks again, Will. We'll see you on the next one, dude.
Yeah, man. Take care, dude.
All right, guys. See ya.
Peace.